How's it going, everyone? So I'm going to be doing a little bit of cooking today, and I'll be talking about some of my theories about all the crazy shit that's happening in the world right now. And it just seems like covert terrorism everywhere, like all the violence, drive-by shootings, houses burning down, cars burning down, businesses being destroyed by all sorts of different means, all sorts of government unions going on strike. There's was it Montreal or Ottawa has a transit strike. Canada Post has a rotating strike for different outlets, different areas, and all that. I mean, yeah, I think they've just Canada's given the power away to a whole bunch of people that are collaborating, using their jobs and businesses to destroy this country in like a subvert World War III type scenario. Gonna buy all the houses, buy all the businesses, take all the jobs. It's probably been happening for a very long time, but I was not paying attention to what was happening around the globe for the past couple of years, or probably longer than that, but yeah, just going down a rabbit hole yesterday all day, just looking at that UPS airplane crash from different angles. Pretty sure that's a terrorist attack. And they got all those the Sang Corporation at the end of the runway, and Sang Tree Service, and I'm being sued by Barrington Lou Sang. And my landlord used to love saying to me, "You wouldn't sue a woo, would you?" Must have said that to me at least 5 or 6 times. The big smile on his face, he thought that was funny. But now I am sort of in a legal battle with him. It's the landlord-tenant board. It's like court. It's like a baby version of court, sort of. I don't know. And they just keep throwing false accusations and false documents at me. I just don't want to quit. So it's just a huge waste of time. I'll put the little, you know what, I dropped this thing. I don't know if this is going to work. Beauty, it's still working. Yeah, so just trying to spend time documenting what goes on around here with my camera, my audio recorder, and then when inevitably a false accusation comes up a few months later, I have to scroll back through my footage and try and find something that proves what they're saying is just a bunch of bullshit, as usual. So it's just such a huge waste of time, and it's very aggravating. And it seems like these people have been doing it for a very long time, and they consider themselves to be professionals. But yeah, I've seen all their tricks, and they just keep doing the same shit. Right now, I am probably getting zapped by some microwaves, probably from the vents in this house or something, who knows. But that's just another issue that I have to deal with. I sleep in a tin box around my bed that's 4 feet by 4 feet by 8 feet, and definitely helps. I just gotta get the fuck out of here, but I've got so many ties with this business that's been destroyed by hackers and landlords and all sorts of shit. So I gotta deal with all sorts of different problems and still have time to stand here and cook peppers and complain about it. I think these people try and make money in any way possible and market any illegal item or activity, or, you know, I think what it results to is some group of crazy people that are trying to market some sort of murder tourism type of thing going on here. Travel the globe, worship Satan, kill people, do drugs, probably all sorts of other perverted stuff too. Use your imagination. All the stuff that goes on at satanic rituals. I think that's the stuff that's happening around here. I've heard animals being killed. Seen plenty of dead animals in the street. Seen some animal body parts in my backyard, which I don't even want to talk about right now. And in my garage too. Yeah, I found a mouse that had died by hammer blow on the floor of the garage in here. And that was kind of disturbing. I actually kind of failed to document a lot of that stuff because it just so, you know, I don't want to scroll back and see that. I guess I should probably put a little more effort into that area. But, yeah, for now I'm just going to cook some peppers. But there's definitely property scams, like insurance scams, identity scams. For example, my landlord, she had her voter's card sent here for the Ontario vote, I think it was, and she's never lived here, so I don't know why she's getting her voter's card sent here. I just assume it's because she has many names with many addresses and many voter cards too. So, who knows? And there's been so many different people that have lived here for short periods of time in the upper apartment, and I've never really been up there. I mean, I've been through there maybe once or twice for a couple minutes, maybe 5 or 6 years ago when some of the tenants were a little friendlier. But yeah, it's just crazy people living here, trying to deal with crazy landlords and their crazy paralegals. Throw a little hot sauce in this. So yeah, that whole paralegal Barrington Lusang, who's after me at the landlord-tenant board, man, that whole family. Just, what did I Google? I Googled Sang charged with. That's a fun thing to search if for someone you suspect of being a criminal or having a criminal family. Just type in their last name and then charged with, and often there'll be many cases involving people who are related, at least by last name, but who knows how close on the family tree. There are some pretty horrific crimes committed by people with those Asian last names, the ones that keep popping up in my life. And, I mean, these people are landlords, lawyers. Let's go a little more sauce there. Just about every type of business. Eventually, people will have no choice but to buy all their services, all their goods, all their food from companies that basically hate you. I mean, I've had enough problems with some of the companies that I deal with. That's one of the companies. I hate their credit card. It's such a scam. I always have problems with them. I don't know if their call centers are on the other side of the world, but certainly sounds like all their customer service representatives are from that side of the world. And oddly enough, I've never seen any immigrants in the local, or working in the local Zehrs store, right? It's all frat boys and frat girls, locals. So that's who you see when you go into the Loblaws store. But when you call them on the phone, every single one of them is Indian or Middle Eastern or something. Like it's the strangest thing. I don't know why they do that. Now, and if you go into Canadian Tire, pretty much their entire front end staff is from Africa. And I mean, I don't even know where to start with that situation. It's all the, what do you call it? These immigration hiring programs that the government has going on, where employers basically get a bonus for hiring immigrants, and it's very complex. I don't understand it all, but it's definitely some sort of scam at some level. Or at least they've found a way of using it as a scam, right? Maybe it wasn't intended to be, but it's kind of what it's turned into. All right, I think this is going to end up being a sandwich. I was thinking of making it, well, just now I was thinking this would be really good on pasta, but I'm just going to throw it on a couple slices of toast. I got my toaster plug in right here. Yeah, there's a lot of people in this neighborhood that are very not Canadian and act very strange and persecute me and talk about me as they pass by. They're just a bunch of low-level gangsters trying to get their kicks, looking for something to do, looking for some social drama. I haven't been driving as much lately because of that knee injury I had, which is healed now, but yeah, it kept me sitting in my chair or lying on my bed for 2 weeks. And yeah, when I go out driving, it's just rageaholics, guys with massive beards and massive turbans. Dudes that look like they should be wearing a pointy white hat. Dudes that look like they just got out of a beard competition and won first place. Guys that drive pickup trucks that look like they just got out of a rally race or something. Wow, it's not those guys. It's the guys it's the frat boys. The frat boys that buy the biggest pickup they can get and don't really do anything with it other than moving a table or two for their frat boy friends in September. Kind of pisses me off. Yeah, I think it's just these, all these gangs, all these groups and cults. They're all friends on Facebook now. So, I mean, it's just like, which group is doing what crime? Well, they're all friends. I don't know. They all have the same agenda, just making the world a shitty place for everybody. Getting away with crimes. I mean, the number of times that I have called the police while I'm on the road about a vehicle that I've seen driving beside me or around me that had serious damage done to it, like looked like it had just sideswiped another vehicle or been in an accident and was running away. So obviously, like when I see a vehicle with serious damage done to it, I immediately call the police. That's one of the few exceptions I make, because I really don't like calling the police. And I've seen it so many fucking times, it's just ridiculous. That's one of the things that pisses me off the most. That's basically like the loophole that the gangs love. You know, these cult members, they can run someone over with their vehicle, get out on bail, often have no consequences, no jail time. They just get careless driving. You know, you can just run. It happens almost daily in Guelph, or like even it's happening everywhere now, but especially in Canada. Like, it was a woman in Alberta lost both of her legs because she was working a landscaping job and she was standing behind the flatbed trailer on the side of the road, and someone, you know, when she wasn't looking, someone just ran into her, pinned her between their bumper and that low-level trailer, and she had to get both of her legs amputated. And that person, you know, there hasn't been any updates on it in about 4 days. It's like it's not really making the news, it seems. And the last thing I read about it, it said charges are pending and that they're looking for video camera footage to see what happened. I mean, I don't really think there should... Why is there any question? I mean, like, someone just got assaulted worse than just about anything that happens, you know, like, I mean, like in a face-to-face confrontation, even if someone gets stabbed, you know, like, I mean, those people get charged with serious crimes, and the person who got injured, they probably just go to the hospital and get a Band-Aid half the time. This woman lost both of her legs, and they're like, well, did you do it by accident? Because I guess that's what matters these days. Was it a mistake? Are you sorry for destroying that woman's life and getting both of her legs amputated? Like, if you say you're sorry, we'll let you go. Okay? Is that okay? It seems like that's what all of the police officers are like these days. You know, they just play dumb. Let people get away with anything. Oh, it depends on the name on your driver's license, I guess. I guess I turned off the burner at some point when I was in the middle of my rant and I didn't even notice. I think I was going to make toast, but yeah. that's the thing that pisses me off the most, because I see it daily, like daily now, in different cities, people being killed or seriously injured, or even, not being injured after getting hit by a vehicle. And yeah, no one cares. Police don't care. Or at least, like, that, all those laws have to be rewritten, because that's exactly what's happening right now. Is all the evil people in the world are, they know, hey, you can just fly to Canada, stay in some psychopath's rental house for a few months, and maybe run a few pedestrians over, and do some drugs, because they don't even charge people with smoking crack or possessing meth or all those things. Like at the user level, they just let people do it now. And they say it's because we're being nice. We're being nice. We're not going to charge you with possession of a controlled substance, because you have enough problems. So we're just going to take everything you own and destroy it, so you can go out and have to buy everything again. But we're being nice because we're not going to charge you with possession of a controlled substance. So you can do drugs in Canada. You can run people over with your vehicle, and there's no consequences, and everyone knows it, and they travel here for that exact reason. It's like a tourism. It's like a dark web or subvert tourism for murder and persecution, harassment, use of electronic weapons, use of like spy equipment. Like you can go on these murder tourist trips and become some international spy for a week. Be like James Bond, persecute some vulnerable people, and a whole bunch of worse crimes that I don't even want to talk about. Stuff to do with children. And then there's the whole side of it where some people do this, like some people persecute others just because they're religious beliefs. They're not international tourists. They're just locals who think that, there's so many Eastern people here now. They basically have a majority, and well, their law is Sharia law, so that's what they expect of their neighbors, all their all their laws. I think I've broken some of their laws, like intoxication or fornication, right? Maybe that's why they hate me. I really don't get that religion. It's like oh my God, all the horrific stuff they do in their home country to enforce their like Sharia law, right? Like public executions, public floggings, amputations done in the city square, right? We've got people living in Canada. This is like what they believe. And that's what they want to turn it into. And the government doesn't mind, because, all those Sharia law enforcers can just take out all the bad guys, and saves the police money from having to, having to deal with homeless people and all the people in society who don't deserve service from the government. All those people, they can be taken care of by the Sharia law enforcers, and the police don't care, because, everybody saves money or gains money by doing it this way. So basically the Canadian government has subvertly or secretly turned over like all of their law enforcement to all the gangs, which have such huge numbers that, well, the police can't stop them because there's so many of them. So we may as well just strike some sort of deal with them, and the police will look the other way, and gangs can make lots of money. The employees, the government employees, and others can, take their bonuses, and everyone lives a good life. They don't have to deal with homeless people. They just plow the encampments, give them tickets until they're too poor to take care of themselves, or they can't pay their tickets and it becomes some sort of crime that they're arrested for. And then they do some sort of jail time. Fuck. It's just non-stop. Pisses me off. Alright. I'm just about done the sandwich here. Got a little lost on my rant there. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. There's too many problems in Canada. Maybe I'll make a title for my video next time so that I actually have the topic that I try and stick to, but that doesn't usually happen. Okay, so got some toast. Let's see if I can get this to slide right out of the pan onto the bread. It would be a miracle if I could get it to happen, but sometimes miracles happen. Sometimes. Yeah, this is not working out too good. Okay, here we go. Pepper sandwich. Oh, I forgot to put the hot sauce on. Oh well. Should be an interesting lunch. Hope you're all doing well.